Here on Good Morning Arizona. For most people, pets, they are part of your Arizona family, but they can't talk, so it can be hard to tell if they're sick or if something's wrong. So what are the symptoms that you need to look out for? Joining us this morning, we have veterinarian Sara Ford with us. And Sara, good morning to you.
Good morning.
We love our animals.
We do. This
time of year, though, we've had a lot of things that we've been discussing recently in the news with parvo, valley fever, in the summertime, of course, even putting the booties on their little paws.
Yeah.
What are you seeing the most in their office right now?
Well, I'm a specialist, so we see a lot of animals that are ill. We see a lot of animals with valley fever. We see some heat stroke. And because if it gets more than about 85, 90 degrees, you know, the pavement gets very, very hot.
Right.
And then we see a lot of chronic internal diseases like pancreatitis and diabetes and liver and kidney disease.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so what do we need to be looking for? What are some telltale signs with our dogs?
Well, I kind of have a 3-strike rule.
Okay.
So if they do something 3 times in a 24-hour period or a 30-day period, generally we think something's wrong and we should take them in.
Okay, what would be a suspicious behavior?
Any abnormal behavior like hiding, staying in the same spot for a long period of time, decrease in water consumption or increase in water consumption, vomiting or diarrhea, and lack of appetite. Those are the main things that we worry about.
And 3 times in 24 hours, it's time to bring them to the vet.
Yeah, or 3 times in a 30-day period, for example.
What are we missing? What do we miss with our animals? What's something that would be commonly missed?
Just very subtle behavior changes, or sometimes when we feed our pets, we don't always stand there and watch them and make sure that they eat all their food.
Yeah.
And so sometimes we miss the fact that one of the pets in the household isn't eating as much and the other one's being the cleanup committee.
Oh, they work together to hide the illness.
Well, if you think about it, you know, they're prey at the end of the day. And so they're genetically programmed to hide their illness. And so when they show you they have a problem, you have to pay attention because they're probably sicker than you realize, and they've probably been sicker for a little bit longer than you realize.
And you had mentioned diabetes. How would you tell if your animal had diabetes?
That's a very good question. They drink more water and they urinate more.
Okay.
Maybe they can't hold their bladder through the night, or you notice if it's a cat, there's large balls of urine in the litter box. And then they start to lose weight and they have an increased appetite typically.
Okay. So those are some things to look for. Let's talk about valley fever really quickly, because people love talking about valley fever, especially when you see those big, beautiful haboobs and dust storms that happen. But the animals can get it too.
Absolutely. We've been seeing an uptick with some construction and some new highways that are being made on the west side. Sometimes, and then I've seen a lot of animals who've moved from other states here, and they have no natural immunity, and so they get it.
Oh, how interesting. So if you recently moved here with an animal, you'll want to keep a close eye on your dog. What else do you want people to know?
That they're a specialist in veterinary medicine, and so I'm a specialist in internal medicine. And so you would come to see me the same reason, for example, you would see your own internal medicine specialist. We have sophisticated equipment and diagnostics that sometimes your family veterinarian, who's very, very good at preventative care and straightforward illnesses, versus we have specialized equipment like CAT scans and scopes and all kinds of fun stuff that allow us to diagnose and treat things in a little bit of a more non-invasive way.
All right, very cool. Where's your office? How can we reach you?
I'm at Blue Pearl Veterinary Specialist in Scottsdale, and it's between Pinnacle and Joe Max.
Awesome. Dr. Ford, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Nice to meet you.
We want to keep our little animals safe and sound. We sure do love them.
Yes, we do.
Thank you.